The 2 minute ritual that makes you unforgettable to women without using any looks maxing techniques that don't work. Let me just set up my phone real quick. Now, this actually reminds me of when I was going to the cinema one day with my friends, and I remember going there and thinking, there were gonna be girls there as well. So of course I had to dress well and be in pristine, position in the, how do you call it? Just like looks in general. And so I had to dress well. And I remember just wearing the shittiest clothes. Bro, I remember wearing like running shoes that didn't even match and some jean shorts that don't even get me started on them. Just like a random t-shirt that my mom bought me. And I thought that I was confident and I looked nice, but deep down I felt like something was missing. I was doing something wrong. I was like, you know what? Let me just ignore that and go to the cinema. So I went there and we met up with the boys. It was fantastic. Boom, boom, boom. We were waiting for the girls to come. Once they came, I was like ready, like, yo, compliment me. Just like, I'm here. And I got blatantly ignored in my face. I'm talking like, fuck off, bro. Like, nobody gives a fuck about you. I was like, holy shit. Like, I never felt this humbled. It was insane. And that day, I was just like, fuck, I'm doing something wrong. So after experimenting with paying like just a fuck ton of money, spending that shit on clothes, on fast fashion or a bit more expensive fashion, and learning about all these rules, I've realized that there are these four different rules that make the biggest difference about how unforgettable you become to women, and that is to upgrade your armor. So your armor meaning the silhouette, the thing around your physique that's showing it. Now you by doing these four simple steps, you're gonna improve like 100% of your fit. That like that's what I did basically to upgrade myself. Like these are the basics that make the essentials that make the biggest difference. And so let me just start with like a random one, but cuff. So the first one is cuff. What I mean by that is cuff your sleeves. Even like especially if it's during the summer and you have like a t-shirt that's a bit loose, like this one isn't for me, for example, but if it's a bit loose, you just take it and you kind of cuff it up like this all around, and then maybe even twice, just so that it highlights your biceps more and makes you look like you know what the fuck you're doing in terms of fashion, because it it literally makes it fit on you without having to go to a tailor. And in people, especially women, they notice these small details. They can see that. They can tell like, yo, this guy knows what he's doing. He's showing a bit of biceps. He's trying a bit harder, but not like in a try hard way. He's attractive. I'm telling you, it fucking works. And I've been doing it for years now. Now, it moves me on to the second thing, which is bling bling. Basically, jewelry. So, rings, a nice pendant, maybe even watches, as you can see here on top, I have watches. Wearing something like that when you go out, like 3 to 4 different pieces together, I would say is the perfect balance. So you have something that's interesting on top, like that you're wearing, without having to wear an amazing outfit. Because right now I can literally go out with this T-shirt, but because I'm wearing a ring, and for example, let's say I wear like a nice bracelet and maybe like a pendant, I look way more stylish and stand out way more because just because that. Most people do not even wear rings or some shit. They wear some ugly ass Apple watches that they don't even need. They're just wearing them and it's honestly fucking up their entire look. And it's insane. I see so many people wearing that shit. It's insane to me. Like if you would just wanna check some shit, take your fucking phone in your hands and check it with a big screen. Anyway, that's a side point. But wearing nice jewelry and of course either all silver, you're gonna wear like to pair them all together, either all silver so there's harmony, or all gold, okay, or all black or whatever. Now that moves you on to the third thing that makes the biggest difference, which is the rule of thirds. So as you can see, like imagine these are pants and this is the torso. This is what your fit needs to look like for you to have, to achieve the rule of thirds. Basically, the whole point of it is that it makes you look taller even though you're a bit shorter, but the point is giving an illusion, but in a good way, of course. And how you do that is by wearing pants that a bit up and wearing a t-shirt rather than one that has like no rubber here, something that has a bit of rubber, or especially like a polo or something that you're gonna wear on top, so that, let me just show you actually, so that it doesn't just go down here and covers your pants, because that makes you look shorter than you really are. You do take it up here, and because that one has a rubber, it kind of stays here, and it makes you look a bit taller. And that's the entire point of it. If you can find t-shirts that have like rubber here and here in your biceps, you basically hit a gold mine. That's what I always look for, especially for polos, for t-shirts. It's fucking insane. It's literally like a cheat code. You don't even have to tailor it or anything, and you just look fantastic. So if you pair that with a nice pair of long pants, you're just gonna look much taller than you really are. And that's like just because you wear a t-shirt that doesn't fucking cover your crotch. Literally that simple. Of course, it can also go the other way around. So if you're wearing like a long coat, then the bottom is gonna be 1/3 and the top is gonna be 2/3. But that's a different story. Now we're talking about looking taller and fantastic. Now that moves me to the last piece of advice, the last thing that I've actually used myself a lot, and it makes a huge difference, which is wearing a cringe piece. So let's say, for example, you like wearing something very basic, boring like me, like a nice white t-shirt, maybe some jeans, chinos, and either some sneakers, white leather sneakers, or some black loafers. To apply this rule, to wear this cringe piece, you need to be wearing something that stands out, that's different, but complements the outfit at the same time. But basically the whole point of it is to make you stand out as much as possible and make you even more unique than you actually are, like after using all of these tips together. And that is by wearing a nice piece, for example, a nice t-shirt that has a nice design, like a nice sketch or some shit on the back, maybe, or some nice pants with some text on them. Nothing too crazy, but something to make them stand out and not make them boring pants. Or there are actually plenty of shoes out there that have, just some designs on them, and they basically stand out. It just makes them look unique. Like, yo, who the fuck even has these shoes? And they pop. They make your outfit like a glow. That they add that spice to it. Because, like, for example, I've seen loafers that are all black, perfect, and then the front, they have like a nice design with like flowers and shit, but like nothing crazy, like black and white. But it's a cool addition to the design, and it just makes your whole fucking outfit pop without even trying hard, without even having to become like a fashion model or learning about how all this fashion shit works. It's super simple. Literally, you just use all of these together, which doesn't even take that long, literally 2 minutes to implement. And I'm telling you, bro, next time you go out, people will be staring at you. And especially to women, especially when you go up and approach them, talk to them a bit, and they see your outfit, especially the ones that you already know, they will not forget that outfit. They will not forget. Trust me, bro. Like, because especially women, like, they just see these small things. And imagine you just pull up with wearing all this, like just using all these pieces of advice, bro, it's done. That's it. Now, if you're done guessing and you want to build this amazing confidence right now, build the attractiveness, and you want some more guidance on improving your fashion and all of it together so that you can finally attract your 10 out of 10 girlfriend ASAP, then I've left a link for you, the first link in the description, so we can chat one-on-one and map out your next steps. Stop wasting time, my G.